Hello traders, Lord Ray with HypedOnCrypto.com, your #1 source for cryptocurrency technical analysis and blockchain education. In this live stream, we're just going to be doing what we do every day, taking a look at Bitcoin, all the alts, how Bitcoin affects the alts, maybe a little bit of divergence, maybe a little bit of wedge action, triangles, broadening wedges, whatever it may be, we're going to look at it, and we're going to look at it extensively. So, let's go. Thanks everyone for being here, ladies and gentlemen, traders alike. Yeah, we see on Bitcoin right now, bear pull, bear flag, right? It all started with that. Well, it all started with the rising wedge, upward sloping flag. Broke out of it, formed the flag, very well established. Took about 4 days, I think, to complete its journey and its development. From there, it broke down again, but when we broke down, seems we bottomed out right around here. Okay, just was this descending trend line, right? And kind of development that's kind of happened within the last hour or so. We kind of broke out of this other flag, okay, from the breakdown. So we'll see where we end up bottoming out at. Wonder if this would be a good area or not. We'll find out, but we have 54 minutes left on the 4-hour candle. Believe it or not, if the candle closes just a little bit lower than it is now, we will have complete Class A bullish divergence once again. Somehow, if it double bottoms, it's a Class B. If it makes a lower low, it's actually going to be Class A bullish divergence, which is crazy, man. It's like, how can you even, at this point, can you really make bullish divergence again? Yeah, you're about to get it based on this kind of stuff. The volume's breaking out, so if we could somehow get down here with all this going on, this would be an incredible low risk opportunity, especially if you get stopped out, because you get stopped out into the US dollar. So if it keeps tanking, who cares? So come on, let's go a little bit lower. We'll see if we can get to the bottom of this trend line with this triple MACD bullish divergence Class A. And we're also still somehow making bullish divergence on the RSI. These indicators are really getting me, scratching my head here. Okay, so let's take a look at chat real quick. That's really all the development that's been going on in Bitcoin. Not too much has been going on, right? We went for like, what, 5 hours last night? Crypto and Chill episode 83. My goodness. Whew. Had a lot of beers too. Almost a beer an hour, but not quite. What's up, BK? You want A and B, man? Got you on the list. JR, hello, man. Good seeing you, dude. A long time no see, right? So MK. Nice little dump. Not enough for you. Yeah, now I would like to see us go a little bit lower. Maybe we get to the bottom trend line of the this descending, whatever, falling wedge, the descending trend line. Whatever. What's up, Didum? Discover Yoga Retreats. Good afternoon to you. Derek, hello. Maddie702 Real Estate in the house. Skyward, what's up? Got it on the list. Neo. Yeah, man. Neo for one-man army, of course, dude. It's on the list. It's great, man. We you know, can't even believe it. It just was pouring down rain. Now it's bright, sunny out. Oh, the humidity. I feel bad for anyone doing, you know, labor outside on a day like this. My goodness. What's up, Kevin? Svensson, Sven, Keebs, ZRX. Yeah, man. The correction coin. Pretty much called the top on that one. You know, before it broke down so drastically. Hey, Crypto Farmer. Yep, EOS is on the list, Robert. Mr. Marevsky, what's up to you, dude? Hope you're having a good one wherever you are. Guess we are going down. Hey, Brendan. What's up, dude? Poe? Poe for show. Alright, it's on the list, Brendan. Bobby Miller, coming in from Texas. It's probably getting really hot down there, too. Skyward's in Texas, too. He's in Austin, right? We got a lot of Texans in here, don't we? Part of the team, anyway. They arrive in shifts. Tack Hammer, what's up, dude? The blue music is freaking jamming, Derek. Alex Lloyd Hughes, what's up, dude? Thanks for being here on Periscope. Hit those hearts. Or whatever they do on Periscope, man. Paul S. Ola. Crypto Paul in the house. The Viking tunes are better. One-man army, is that true? XLM for Derek. Ooh, news of IBM to create token on XLM. Go figure, man. Doing it after it breaks down, right? And then pops right back. What's it? Cryptogenic, man. Organ donor. Does the low from September? I don't know. We draw. It's been drawn on other charts, and yeah, I don't know. I mean, since we drew it, we like cut through all this stuff down here, got above it, but we like fell below it. I guess we can look at it really quick, just since we're on Bitcoin Talk, right? Was it Bitstamp? Did I have it? Yeah, here it is. Right, that's that trend line I think you're talking about, man. Extends from February, and then we've got July and September. And those two, I mean, this February low didn't even touch it really, okay? And then we came down and made a higher low, multiple higher lows consecutive times, right? And we completely disregarded it, disrespected it when we fell here, right? So I'm not sure. I don't know how well it's going to play if we fall, but that is something to at least be mindful of, I guess, right? To at least know that it's there, just to see how we respond to it. But again, we completely disregarded it here, and that's why I like this area, because we disconnected. You know, our reaction lows seem to be pretty well respected down here. Okay. And if we zoom out, we can see, what is this? Very large symmetrical triangle pattern, right? As you can see here. Let's change the color of this, I guess, whatever. I don't know what color. There you go, teal. So yeah, you can see the huge sim triangle on Bitcoin forming. We're just in the middle of it right now. So your best areas of value are going to be here, or if you're looking to go short, your best values are up here. Anything in between is subject to possibly get wrecked, right? So yeah, man, it does seem like we have a pretty, you know, it's a pretty small pattern, the wedge or whatever. So we'll see how it goes, man. See how it goes. You just could never break that 20. You could never get back into this flag. You head faked. People were, you know, really upset. They were like, you know, when the live stream started last night, we were actually somehow, as it started, we were busting up into the flag to touch this 20. It was like, oh my god, oh my god. And it, you know, there's an hour left, and then it closed below the 20 and the flag, and look, we're breaking down from there. So we'll see. You know, our candle bodies are pretty much bouncing off right here. Look at this. It's almost perfect the way it's looking compared to this candle breakdown. So we'll see if we can close lower. 47 minutes left on the 4-hour candle, but we are getting, in fact, triple MACD bullish divergence if we close at this candle body close or lower. Okay, that would be confirmed at that point. So there you go, man. There you go. Ooh, breakdown. Hey, dude, Mark, man. Thanks so much for the $5 contribution, man. It means everything. And, dude, man, the words, too. I mean, that means even more. So, thank you for all your support. And, you know, if I'm here day in, day out, most of you, a lot of you are here day in, day out, too. So, right back at you. The respect is mutual. It's on both sides, man. So, thanks a bunch, Mark. Thanks, dude. We're going to keep doing everything in my power to provide you with integrity, transparency when it comes to charts. I will never try to sugarcoat something, okay? So as you came up here on Ethereum, you broke out to the upside on, remember, volume, no volume at all. And you bounced around, and then Bitcoin broke down, and it seems like you responded negatively to the Bitcoin price action. It wasn't technically a bearish engulfing, but it was close enough, was it not? And here we are, breaking down. Seems like we're going to be touching that heart line, testing it as support. Below the 20, but within the 50. Okay, above it. So we'll see how that goes. Okay. Yeah, we're talking about bearish divergence. Okay, on the RSI. Right, you made a higher high on price, technically, these times. And when you did that, you made lower levels of relative strength than before on these highs. So you did have impending price action reversal written on you right here, and on the daily you still have that bearish divergence too. Okay, so there you go, man. Back in the flag. We'll see if we eventually hit the 50 and the bottom of the channel that's been so well respected for like 6 weeks now. It's just been wonderful, methodical march like the Jesus man. Okay, we'll see where we find support at. Okay, that's it. Not much more to talk about. Ethereum, the Jesus coin. Let's go to XRP. Ugh. Yep, no volume. Broke it to the upside. No volume. Okay, always got to be skeptical. When you see a breakout and you look down, you see no volume or average volume, that is already low in itself. Be skeptical. We didn't hold it long, did we? I mean, we had after that move to the upside, we had 12 hours straight, and then one candle of indecision, and then a bearish engulfing candle. We got going on right now, back into that wedge. So there you go, man. Weakness is for real. Showing a lot of weakness. Okay. Let's see. Now you didn't really technically get any bearish divergence because you weren't making higher highs on price. You were still making lower highs, which in itself can be bearish most of the time. You always want to make higher highs, not lower highs than your previous candle body closes. Okay, so sorry, came up and tested the 618 Fibonacci and completely rejected it. So here we are. We'll see where we bottom out at. Okay, 43 minutes left on the candle. Don't get wrecked. AMB for BK, not AMD. Ooh. Goodness, man. That wedge worked out, did it not? No one's asked about this in a while. My goodness, it was in a trend, and the trend broke. Right, it was a short-term trend. It ended. Right, but we'll see how this goes. Really? That's how it works, man? Huh. Had something like this initially. Okay, I know we legged up. Great, we'll look at that in a second. I'm just looking at this down here. Like, I don't know if I want to regard that wick. Man, you get those touch points here and here and here. I like that a lot. So we had that initially, and we're back in that channel. We just had a death cross. Literally today, we had the death cross. Getting a bearish engulfing candle right now, and you're setting up. It seems like your lower prices continuing on with the lower prices. I mean, again, you had a channel. You had some sort of trend like this. Okay. And that was a short-term trend. You broke the short-term trend. Look what happens when you break short-term trends. Boom, you get wrecked. Come on down to the 200 MA. You tested it, came here to try to double bottom, and got wrecked. You couldn't hold above that 200 MA, and now you're back in some old channel we had. Okay, so Heartline will be used as support, surely, of that. All right, let's see. Pattern development going on right now. Surely you've got something, right? Alright, looks like a wedge to me, man. Got a swing low here. Okay, that matches up perfectly with these touch points, downward slipping touch points. Okay. So we'll see how the wedge holds up. What if we fall below it? Well, we've got other levels of support down here. One could always give it a shot. Let's see if we got anything going on. We got, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4 quadruple MACD bullish divergence going on. Wow. That's good, but you're showing so much freaking weakness on the RSI though. You're not really you don't have any advantage down there. You're so freaking weak. I hate that. It's never good when you see that weak of a strength. Way below 40. You're at oversold territory right now. I mean, you're at 29.30 as we speak. Now you're making a lower low on price, but you're pretty much making the exact same, you know, level of strength. So that's good. I mean, you could be due for a bounce, but it could just be short-lived to hit the 20, or just to come up to make a lower high to break down again. This may not be done at all, even though we are in a wedge pattern. We could, if we wanted to, somehow break down and form an even larger wedge pattern. Okay, seen it before, but we'll see. This selling's been going on since goodness, since the 4th, right? May the 4th be with you. Inverse Jesus force, man, coming on down. Okay, so we'll see. Near an area value with some low risk, right, because of this trend line with the bullish divergence. So BK, it's okay, man. It's not the worst thing in the world, man, I've seen. It's pretty okay. Pretty okay. With this pattern development and its oscillator coinciding with the pattern. So getting lower levels of volume too. Calm before the storm, maybe. Alright, there you go. A and B covered for you, man. But again, another level of value will certainly be down here. Okay? Don't think I'm not saying that. It's another area of value down here. Okay, it's the bottom of the trend. The newly established trend, or whatever, the first trend that we had before we legged up, went nuts, created another trend. Okay, so there you go, man. That's it. Hope that helps. Let me get through chat real quick. I think I kind of stopped. Got stopped with your ETH trade. Well, it's breaking down, man. What's up, Damien? New Patreon. Shout out to Damien, man. Dude, awesome, man. Thanks so much for your support, dude. And I'll do everything in my power to get you the best, you know, low risk, high reward trade setups with all the amenities that our team promises behind that. So thanks so much, Damien, man. But the biggest thing of all The setups are great. The education's great. At the end of the day, when you're Patreon, you're supporting Hyped on Crypto's cause to grow in the crypto community. You want us to be a part of something that you want to see grow that will influence crypto culture for the long term, right? Not short term. You know, our ethics, morals, and values, you want that to spread throughout the crypto culture, because we all know that is a rarity. Tons of scam stuff. I mean, rat poison, is that what Warren Buffett called crypto and stuff? I mean, there's so many frauds. It's just unregulated, you know, so if it's unregulated, you have to rely on people's morals and ethics, and that's what we have, okay? OMG, Anthony? Sure, man. Neo getting wrecked. Yeah, man. Well, we talked about it fell out of that channel and was forming a bear pole bear flag, so. You fell asleep last night, P. Miller? I was still going at 4 a.m. Wham bam, thank you, ma'am. That's right, P. Miller. We're waiting for you to wake up, dude. Hey, Abusa. What's up, dude? My house is still standing? Yeah, man. Didn't burn it down with bacon. Jeez, I'm so behind on chat. ADA, Jason? Sure, man. ADA looked well. Bitcoin started taking a turn to the south. So did it. Still okay, though. What's up, organ donor? Psy girl wants sub. On the list. George Soros. He's mighty. Sorry, still a little rough around the edges from last night, so please just bear with me, okay? You sold at 681. Well, we're gonna look at Ethereum to the US dollar tether soon, Mr. Moravsky, so stick around, dude, and we'll look at possible entries or what's going on with it, right? What's up, Rimlog? Good to see you again, dude. Bots, yeah. TA and bots are real. I mean, they correlate for sure. Bots can stop you out. I mean, no, it's not too late, Mo. But we can put them on the list. They're just a little further down there. Whew. TA dating also started. You found a TA girl? Oh my god. Ask if she has any friends. Kappa? You want Neo? Alright, man. You asked for it. Playdead, you want ZEC to the US dollar? Sure, man. Weird coins, man. Weird requests. Can you even trade ZEC to the US dollar? And does it matter with Bitcoin? DGD is spiking. There you go, Derek, man. You did it. Won the ball game. Yep, catching up on chat. Almost done. Sup, Dad? Is your name? Zil, it's on the list. Hey, Pablo, man. US dollar? Yeah, we can. It's on the list. It's like very low, very far down there, though. Oh, okay. Ariana? Oh, sorry, my music. Having a trading room. Tried watching last night's video and it was off. YouTube? What do you mean, Ariana? You're still in TRX and ADA. Just gonna keep holding, says Drew. What's up, Big Fish? Eric? Well, EOS, man. I mean, come on. Dude, EOS, Eric. How long did you have to make money on that before it corrected and we called bearish divergence at the top? Rising wedge? There were so many bearish indicators on EOS. I know City Discounts got out when we talked about bearish divergence and rising wedge stuff. What's up, Pete? Bank of America. Joseph, yeah, man, I can throw it on the list if we get there. Normally the day streams are pretty, you know, quiet. Swiller made 6 rashers of bacon. My God, rashers. Sounds crazy, man. Hey, Helios. I mean, at this point, there's so many coins, it's just like, whatever, you know? Alright, I finally got it. I don't know, Elevate Bitcoin. I don't know. Alright, there you go, there's your A and B. Get screwed. Ethereum to US dollar tether. There it just happens to be second on the list. Yeah, so maybe at this point we could say it's a like a descending broadening wedge or something. Sure as heck looks like it. Dang, man. I mean, you could go all the way down here to the bottom of the channel, or the bottom of the whatever you want to call it, the descending broadening wedge. So, and break to the upside. See what happens. Well, you know, it'll depend on if we if this becomes a reversal or a continuation. You have a higher chance based on the context of it being a continuation pattern, which is good, but you could make very low prices before coming up. But again, it's to the US dollar, so it's all dependent on Bitcoin. So, and then someone could argue and say you just move your channel up and adjust it. So it's like, yeah, you could do that too. But here, there you go, man. I guess you're not making bullish divergence or anything. Yeah, you can't say that. Yeah, because you're making a higher low technically right now. You have 30 minutes left on your 4-hour candle and you're making a higher low. So it's not bullish divergence. Same here. You can't say that it's bullish divergence down here because you're making a higher low. So we'll see how this plays out. You'll probably use this trend line as a support. But again, you know, you could completely take out the channel and just do this too, right? Okay, and that's just broadening wedge stuff. Okay. Yeah, below the 20 and the 50 now, heading towards that 200 again. Okay, we'll see if you can hold up, but normally it's never good when you do that. You come up, you test multiple times on a significant time scale, the 50 and the 20 at the same time, and you fail. Indecision, bearish engulfing candle. So not good when you see that, but again, no matter what, you're still making higher lows than this low. Okay, so we'll see how that holds up. Alright. Really, a lot. You could do this with a wedge too, the broadening wedge, and it would look probably better like that, because the connecting areas here. So we'll see how it goes. But again, I mean, like in a bullish trend, the descending broadening wedge can be most of the time it's a bullish continuation versus reversal. So, but it could act still as a reversal if it wanted to. Okay, but that's a very steep drop if that's the case. So, all right, there you go. There's your Ethereum to US dollar tether. I mean, strong support at 640, I guess. 200 MA, it's going to be very, very large support too. That's wow, $666.54. It's the inverse Jesus MA today. So we'll see if we test that and bounce off of it. But if not, yep, going back down to at least test this again. Looking left. Okay, a wick touch. Yeah, we'll see how that holds up. again, Bitcoin will rule the day and dictate how this thing plays out, okay? NEO. Yeah. Yeah, man. Bear pull, bear flag. Thank you. Was that a measure move? We had a measure move of some sort. Yeah, I think we had some sort of measure move. I don't know. I can't remember. It's been a while. Whatever, we hit some target that we had plotted. So, geez, man, you're making lower lows on your candle bodies than your previous lows. Jeez. Serious bullish divergence, but again, does it really even matter right now? You're just getting wrecked. Yeah, whatever happens, bullish divergence, but you're getting that on your RSI too. But how could you not with such a bearish beatdown, man? Doesn't mean your trend's done. This is a nasty reversal. Okay, very, very nasty. We're talking like, remember when we called the bottom here and we got all of this? I mean, all of it. And then we broke down, and now we're outside of that trend that we started at where we called the bottom. And that's really, really bad when that occurs. That's, you know why? Look up, look north, and you can see, what is this, just a bear pull, bear flag or something? It's not good. So, here's a support you're going to see. Well, you're at one right now. You just broke one. That was previous candle body close. Now we're starting to look... shoot, man. Where we called the bottom before, that will be a support if you don't hold up here. And you could call maybe a huge wedge is developing, but I think it's still pretty early in development, right? Okay, let's see right here. There you go, man. Right? Kind of reminds me of Bitcoin, does it not? I mean, this is just like Bitcoin in a way. Right? You got the bullish divergence on both oscillators. Okay, just like Bitcoin, and then you have a falling wedge like Bitcoin. Right? So. So down here would be great areas of value, because if you look left, you know you've got some good support there that you bounced off before. Just talking about levels of value with lowest risk. It's down here. Okay, you might bounce whatever before you get down here, but again, it doesn't matter. We're talking about playing the market, not getting played by the market. So come on, NEO, come to us. We beckon you to our target for entry. Let's give it a shot. Low risk down here, right? We're screwed. If we fall below these areas, yeah, really screwed. This could be also down here, the lowest level of risk of all time, but you probably have a very low chance of getting down there. 6,113. Never rule it out, but it's there. There you go on NEO, man. Best of luck to you on your endeavors and your journey, okay? Hope you're having a wonderful Thursday, wherever you are. Y'all are amazing. Freaking amazing people. Maybe you'll buy back Ethereum at 382. Maybe man. Maybe May, man. Sorry, I was looking at Prinzella's message. Well, man, I just don't, like, you know, for me, it's not really that big of a deal where you'd, you know, it's crypto. It's the only way to make money in the world. There's no other way to make money and diversify my portfolio. You know, I just don't get that. And I think there's a lot of people that came that were born out of the great FOMO, and people being born in the Great FOMO, yeah, why would they be in stocks or other assets that would, you know, they were coming for the memes, man, the memes and the insane $1,000 gains or 1,000% gains, right? They weren't thinking about longer term. They're thinking about getting rich now, but they've learned that you can't. And maybe sometimes markets go into longer term trends and no trends, and yeah, there are other markets that are performing quite well actually. So change my music, go to the you know, whatever, same old stuff, man. Okay, so that's NEO. Moving on. EOS. Will EOS ever stop bleeding? Someone asked. It's like, my goodness, man. Or someone's getting their portfolio killed by EOS. It's like, well, dude, I mean, what'd you want, man? Look at this fantastic run we had. We broke all-time highs. Who would ever be buying, I mean, at these levels? You're asking to get wiped out. Look at history of all the coins, all the altcoins. Okay, sure, yeah, we had, hey, and guess what, BK? Look what happened. You were scared and sad for a second and then never even closed at those levels we were looking at, right? What's there to be worried about, man? You were smart to get stopped out, to move your stop out up, and you preserved capital because of that. So, sure, we're bouncing off the 618 right now, using as support, trying to hold above that 20, but it seems like we're below it right now as well. So, talked about the best areas of value would be down at the bottom of the wedge, as well as the bottom trend line of our initial trend, right? The more intermediate term trend, this right here. See if we can get there and hold it. Again, if we don't hold it, who cares? We still have good areas of value here with the lowest risk, okay? Can't argue with that, so. Okay, you can't get mad that, oh my goodness, we're telling you about good areas of risk, okay? Risk to reward. So, falling wedge pattern with all kinds of bullish divergence. Eventually, I guess, you know, we talked about that bullish divergence yesterday, different forms of it, and we popped from it. But unfortunately, sometimes all you get on your pops from your bullish divergence are little crap outs that fail to break above the 200 and scrub out, and they break down again. So we'll see. See if we can hit these targets. We're very close, so just be patient and wait to see if we can get there. Okay. That one area is around that 14,460 area, whatever. So there's EOS. Will it ever stop bleeding? People were asking me 2 weeks ago, will it ever stop running? Okay. So it's just crazy that anyone could be complaining about EOS bleeding after a run like this where it was the altcoin Jesus, okay, before Ethereum held through the test of time. There you go, man. You leg up like that. You go too high, too fast, and that's exactly what happens. Okay, you will correct. These violent delights have violent ends. Westworld Kappa. All right, you're below the 200 MA. Remember that. You're below that. Not good. Your death cross is approaching. Death cross is approaching. Look at the last time you had a death cross. That was on the 11th of February, right? You didn't get a golden cross until the 25th of March. Okay, so we're talking like a month and a half or so of downtrend. Okay, it happens. Nice runs up, you correct. Nice runs up, you correct. Nothing weird about it. That's EOS. Great. ZRX. There it is. Ladies and gentlemen, we've hit our measured move, but we was going to be kings. We was going to disregard your TA and slap it in the face. No. No. Measured moves hit. It's over, man. Get wrecked. Now you're making lower lows than your previous low. Okay? Whew. Something crazy, though, about this one. Though you are making a lower low right now, if you close, say, here, right here or lower, you're making stupidly crazy levels of bullish divergence. Like, I mean, this is your lowest low right now. That's all it is. Wow. Can't even see it. It's so insignificant. It's so little of negative momentum, you can't even see it. And even here, you'd be getting the same thing. You'd be getting bullish divergence on your oscillator or on your RSI, right? You made a low on price, then you'd be making a lower candle body close with higher levels of relative strength. Bullish divergence on both indicators. There you go. You're making lower prices with lower levels of volume than your previous lows, right? Big red spike, smaller red spike, smaller, and now smallest. So probably have some sort of pattern. I don't know. Yeah, probably a freaking wedge. Seems like it. Yeah, there you go. Rising wedge to falling wedge. See it a lot, right? Might just be a channel though. Could very well just be a channel. Just depends on your plot points. Okay, it's just a mini wedge. It probably looks terrible on the daily. Probably doesn't even look like a real wedge on the daily. You can just say that for now. Price contraction, 2 downward sloping trend lines that converge. Gives us a wedge pattern, but again, it's not the best well-established wedge pattern. It's very small. Okay, one could just argue and say it's not that. It's just a channel. Right, from these touch points up here, whatever. Just do that. Yep. There you go. It's a channel. There you go, man. There you freaking go. 200 MA is at 14,320 or something area. Let's see if we hit that eventually. We will. I'm sure we'll test it. All these alts want to run to their slower scale MA to test. See how it goes. Okay. Quite far away from any kind of death cross, but again, if we keep dropping, which I wouldn't be surprised at all if we kept dropping, okay, you know, these institutions get out and the bleed out begins and it lasts for a while, right? So get rid of the wedge and just say maybe, you know, maybe we break the wedge, but all we do is break the wedge and hit the top of the channel and then break down. You see what I'm saying? Like, so you can get rid of that even and just say forget the wedge, because we know even if we break to the upside, we're just going to hit the top and fail again and break to lower prices. Okay, just because we know the run's been fantastic, but when you correct, you correct. You have to. That's it, man. There's your ZRX going through a correction that it desperately needed, and you hit your measured move on your rising wedge. TA has been respected. There you go, man. See how long it lasts. See how long, ladies and gentlemen. What do we want to do? Since we've already hit targets, we don't need those anymore. We can just, you know, can do some fibs for support to see what our retracement level's at right now. I mean, really, if you want to do it from the very beginning of the run, which could make sense, whatever, from the very bottom nadir levels to all the way to the top to the pinnacle, you haven't even retraced 38% of the way. You see what I'm saying? Like, just think about the perspective of the entire run we've been on. You haven't even come down to one of the common areas of retracement before breaking to the upside yet. 382 is 15,339. 50% retracement, the Dow theory from the swing low to swing high. 13,315. That's down here. I mean, that's below your 200 MA, man. Okay? Perspective on fibs. You gotta know what your retracement is. Okay? That's it. Congratulations on respecting the TAZRX. You did it, man. Wonder if someone could be like, oh, but what about this, man? What about this new leg up we have? Like, yeah, you could say that could be used as support, whatever, right? These two ascending low, or this ascending low right here, connecting this. Whatever, you could attempt to say that might be a support. 382, let's try it, man. Let's see what happens. Okay. Whatever. Poe for show. Been going over 45 minutes, now 46 minutes. If you're enjoying this live stream, hit that like button, that bell, that sub. Okay? Poe for show. Hit the top of the wedge. And it just like Bitcoin. Couldn't get back into the flag. Could not break the upper trend line of the falling wedge, right? So now you're just breaking down And you'll probably see lower prices soon. Just a little miniature flag. That's it, man. There you go, Brendan. I wish there's more to talk about. Way below the 200, below the 20 and the 50, below all three, and a downward trend. And a bearish trend for now. Okay. Whoa, music's freaking me out. Hate how the audio changes like that. You know what? I'll just delete this song because it just pissed me off, man. I just erased it, Coach K. I erased the universe, that universe, man. Okay, so no, you're not making bullish divergence. You're making lower levels of negative momentum. That's great. So more like a bullish convergence or something, whatever. Okay. Terrible on your positive side too. It's pretty neutral. Both sides are weak. Just your momentum's completely gone. Just dead. Volume completely falling off the map. Right? Nothing. Just nothing. Love to see us hit down here. That'd be great areas of value. Hold on, change this. Okay, I think we're good right there. Nick Smith wants Vin. I mean, I think we have it on there yet. Vin's on the list, man. B&B's pumping, says Taz. Heck yeah, man. We was gonna be kings, Joseph, man. Just reading chat, ladies and gentlemen. TNT dead? Probably. I don't know. Mark invested in patience. Bam, man. Making the money, man. Investing in yourself. That's the whole thing you do. That's exactly what you do. In these crap times, you invest in yourself so you know how to handle the crazy FOMO runs, okay? So you understand the market dynamics of how unsustainable a run like that is, right? So you can know how to have your stops set up, right? But for now, in these lull markets, we could be in it for 6 months, 7 months, a year. You can stay irrational longer than you can stay solvent. And I just hate so much that, you know, people just think it's a certainty that Bitcoin will be at 20-something plus thousand by the end of the year. And it's like, based on what, right? Just because something was going well in the past does not mean it's going to go well in the future. And again, show me Bitcoin's earning report, right? It's all about perception. If the market does not perceive Bitcoin to be worth 20,000 again, it's not ever going to go there again, okay? Till new players come into this market and drive the price up, create demand, whatever. I mean, you know, us moving down in price is creating demand every day. That's what happens. And it just means that there was not enough demand, you know, for buyers, you know, to get in, right? People didn't see the value in Bitcoin at 8,500, at 9,000, at 10,000. People did not see value in it. That's why we were at 8,170 currently, right? People just don't see the value in Bitcoin right now because it's not FOMOing, because the trend is not bullish right now. Maybe long term, but that's a long way away. Okay, so you know, some people are long-term investing and some people are trading. Okay, so we're trading. You know what we do with TA. It can be demoralizing coming into the stream and us talking about bear pull, bear flag all the time and rising wedges and stuff like that. But look, we're playing more short-term games, right? That's what we're playing, not longer term. We're kind of like the Weather Channel, man. We're not telling you about the climate and what's to happen in the next 5 years. We're just talking about the daily forecast, right? What's going on today? What's expected for the next few days, right? Weather Channel. In exact science, TA is just like weather, just like meteorology, okay? Take a bunch of different variables, okay, like your dew point, your humidity, temperature, wind, mesh it all together, and it will give you a forecast. So we do. We take our momentum, our strength, our pattern recognition, our MAs, our zoomed out view of what trend we're in. We put it all together, okay? That's it. Same thing. Po for show. Po no mo. Let's go to XLM. Wedge season's back in style, ladies and gentlemen, okay? But at least the wedge season's kind of like, you know, after uptrends, not just one big downtrend for many months. Okay, so there's no value here, I guess, at this point. From, you know, we had that flag, we got stopped out, and I'm kind of happy we did. Okay, because then we gained more perspective, analyzing this a little bit more extensively and seeing a better glimpse. Someone was like, Head and Shoulders. You can say that all you want, but this would be your neckline. Necklines don't normally do that. Necklines on a Head and Shoulder would be like slanted the other way, where you'd have a higher low here, a higher low with a matching shoulder. This is very oblonged, okay? Very oblonged. So, whatever, you know. Either way, if one was like, oh my god, you know, it's a Head and Shoulder. So you're saying that the neckline's here, and then that down here would be, if we held this, it wouldn't be a Head and Shoulder then. It would be a great area of value. And as you can see with the trend lines converging, you have falling wedge. Okay, below the 200 now, below the 50, below the 20, and you've just had a death cross on the 14th. 3 days ago you had a death cross. Get wrecked, XLM. So now we're breaking that 382, candle body close. Okay, lower lows than our previous lows. Okay, yeah, we're showing some forms of bullish divergence. It's true. At this point, if this candle closes in 6 minutes, where it is now, it will be Class A bullish divergence. But again, we could go much farther. We could keep dropping. Same here, you know, slight. It's ever so slight. It's not as massive as I've seen some bullish divergence, but you're getting something like that wherever it ends. Okay, it would have to end here to not be bullish divergence. Pretty much. Sorry, I'm burping. Whew. Okay, so yeah, you're getting some slight bullish divergence on both oscillators, but yeah, you're breaking down. So we'll see how it goes, man. We'll see how it freaking goes. I guess we could just keep that channel there, right? See, it's like you're breaking the channel, man. Just like that, yeah. What is that? Is that also a miniature broadening wedge, descending broadening wedge going on? Possible. Change that color, make it teal, whatever. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7 touch points. Yeah, so you get like a miniature descending broadening wedge going on. You keep bouncing along here, and you could run all the way up to touch the top. Okay, but ultimately we'd like to see these levels for value, the best area of value, okay, for XLM. Here you go, man. Hope it helps. Take a look at chat. We've got the local on the 8s coming up in 3 minutes. Are you scared? What's up, Tony? Tony Luna. Hope you're doing well up in Nebraska, man. Back to purple, harder to read. Oh, my bad, dude. Huh. I think it's because I got rid of it one time to show another oscillator. There you go, man. Boom. We did it, man. Saving that. Thanks, Mo, man. B-Slice. Check it out on Twitter, man. It's still there on Twitter, I'm sure. Yeah, the Rain song screwed us. The Rain song got us, man. What's up, Adam? Driz T, man. Anytime elevate Bitcoin. Sure, One Man Army. King Logan's in the house. He made it, man. Wait, do we have to do it? Because we don't get enough Jesus chimes in the day stream anyway. Might as well. So now that I see that King Logan's here, we must do it. And we'll go right into the local on the 8s afterwards, okay? Everyone, King Logan, bend the knee. There it is, man. There it is. That was for you, King Logan. Alright, man. I'm just going to get a sound bit of that eventually. Where I have it on my stream deck. So I can just push it. Okay, man. There you go. But yeah, right, again, right to your local on the 8s. Okay? Let's go to Bitcoin. 2 minutes left. So we're still outside of that that little flag, so we could expect lower prices. Okay, and you know, in the next like 3 to 5 hours, we get tons of volatility. Right? I think it's the becomes the afternoon. No, excuse me, becomes the morning for Asia. Okay, Asia wakes up, and we see a lot of price movement around that 4 or 5 o'clock time Central. So I guess like 6. Eastern or whatever. So don't invest in burps, says Mark. Yeah, man, maybe not a good idea. Don't burp on me, man. It could be either Hardock, a descending broadening wedge. Can be either. You normally want to trade those in the trend, right? So if you have a descending broadening wedge and a bullish trend, it has a higher chance of breaking to the upside, but they do fail. They do fail. So don't think that anything's ever, even falling wedges, they fail. They can definitely fail. They have high percentage, you know, chances of being right, but it doesn't mean they're 100%. Just like bear pole, bear flags, they're not 100%. Nothing is certain and 100%. Okay, but the studying I'm doing is people that have researched all these patterns on the stock market for like a decade, and all the ones they found, and they've done samples, and they just do the statistics of percentage of failure in certain trends, and you have descending broadening wedges and you have ascending broadening wedges. Okay, so I mean, you can almost treat it like if it's in a bullish pattern and it's a descending broadening wedge, you can almost look at it like it's kind of a falling wedge in a way, but it's just broadening instead of, you know, converging. So, I mean, I should probably just do a grounded trading on it, but I've been like hardcore studying for a while. You know, I'm constantly investing in myself so I can create stronger, a stronger generation of traders, right, that can recognize different patterns. So don't think when I go off stream I'm just screwing around. I spend probably way too much time doing this stuff. Like, seriously. There's just not much more to do in the suburbs, man. There's just nothing else to do. You can do yard work and go running, work out a little bit, and then just back to studying TA. I don't know, JR. What do I think about them? I don't know. I don't really think much about the 50, 100, and 200 on XMR to the US dollar. Well, how can I have XMR to the US dollar tether to Bitcoin? That sounds like that's not a pair, that's like a trio. It's crazy, man. I need a Beanie Baby. Yeah, meaty chance, man. Seriously. 4-hour candle closed on Bitcoin, but we knew that. Yeah, Korea, Asia, highest volume in the world for crypto. That is true. Stock market's not as volatile though. That's the problem. Well, evidently it's a big problem for a lot of people. Evidently the volatility is too much when it's bad. It's like if you can't handle it at its best, you can't handle it at its worst. Alright, or you can't handle it at its worst, you shouldn't be handling it at its best. Tiger Cart Rob in here. Where's all the volume in all this dipping? Seems like no volume on either side for days and days. Yeah, man. It's well, when did we actually get some volume? We got some volume on the big impulse down. We did get above average volume, right? And yeah, of course, when you have consolidation patterns, you should see volume completely drop off. We call it the calm before the storm. Tiger Cart, Rob. Okay. And so we broke down out of the flag, and I think because of the type of divergence, bullish divergence we've been getting, volume's been dropping off again, right? Okay, we had the bullish divergence and ran up to test the 20 and the top of the flag and failed, completely failed. It all happened within an hour. Remember last night at the beginning of the stream. So now we've broken down out of that other flag that we have. So now we'll see what happens. Yeah, it's moving up. Probably going to test this flag as resistance and wick off of it. Okay. Probably. But yeah, it is common to see no volume, okay, in consolidation patterns. And there's a lot of other rules, right? Like, so on these those broadening wedges I was talking about, it's so weird. There's like, if you're in a bull trend, then on the ways up, on the way up, you should be seeing elevated levels of volume, and on the way down, you should be seeing low levels of volume. But then, like in a bear trend, when you see a broadening wedge, you should have like a U shape of volume, like where your volume's up here, it dies off, then shoots back up. So many different variables, and it's very complex. So that's why I'm constantly working to continue my education in TA, so I can better articulate it to y'all. So come visit Vegas. Where's the time, man? Where's the time? Man, it feels like it's getting ominous. It's starting to get like really dark, like really dark out. Let's change my hold on, my webcam. It's like all, because when the sun goes away, it's weird. I have to watch this. See, it looks better like that. Like there's more color when I do that. I changed it. Then at nighttime I change it to this, but in daytime I change it back the other way because too much sun. So how's my hangover? It's not too bad, DJ Barrios. No, we had done Tronics yet. It was asked for way down the line, so we'll get there. Bitcoin Cash is up 62%. I mean, you know, what's Bitcoin up for the year? You know, 52 week. In 52 weeks, what is Bitcoin up? It's percentage. You know, you got to look at it a little bit more long term. Of course, we're not going to be getting insane levels of growth on a coin that's very well known, that has you know, tons of money in it. It's got the largest amount of money in it of any other coin, so it's going to be harder to move than any other coin. If Bitcoin Cash doesn't have as many people in it, right, then it's going to be easier to move. Bitcoin Cash. ONT next? Rock? Man, that's not fair, is it? I mean, I can put ONT on the list. It's just down the on the list, man. Yeah, JR, we got XMR on the list. Vin's on the list too. There you go, man. See, in 52 weeks, Bitcoin destroys Bitcoin Cash. That's what I'm saying. So it's like we can't just look at it. 1 month performance doesn't. Hardock, what this book is, it's nah, it's not going to teach you about any kind of risk. It's not going to teach you about that stuff. I don't think this is a pretty advanced book. I mean, you should know a good amount about TA when you get this book. It's not for, I don't think, a beginner or anything. This is just it's very dry and complex.